Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a Spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's going on? This is Salty Language, episode 316. Oh, God!
It's the podcast rattlesnake? Iest podcast on the network? Or is it the rattlesnakiest podcast
there you
on
go.
the network?
Yeah, that's better. The bionic redneckiest.
Yeah. The beer drinkingest, ass kickingest, mudhole stompingest podcast on the network.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, man.
Seems very appropriate for episode 316, right?
Of course. I mean, how could it not be?
What?
I said, how could it not be?
What?
I said, how could it not? Anyway. It's terrible. People who don't know about that gimmick, what the hell? Yeah.
How long do we let this music play for?
You can stop it whenever. I just, or
should we just do this? Just have it in the background the whole episode.
No. No, because then it may not get up on YouTube.
Oh, that's true. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny though. Just episode 316 is Stone Cold themed. Just does bed music.
Sure, why not? I mean, Oh, jeez. All right.
What, did Stunning Steve have music, or was he just Ted DiBiase music?
Well, he was the ringmaster when he was with DiBiase.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And
Did he come down to like epic Lord of the Rings music?
Probably not.
Hailing from Gondor.
I don't remember if he came down to $1 Million Man's music or if he had his own. I honestly don't remember. And when he was, Stunning Steve, that was a whole different story. I'm sure they had their own. Well, yeah, that was late enough that I'm sure they had intro music.
Let's see here. I have a couple songs. Maybe he came down to this. Maybe?
Probably not. That made everybody sad, Tony.
No, right? What about Stunning Steve?
I don't
coming down to the ring.
Why would he come down to the Entertainment Tonight theme?
I don't know.
All right.
Oh, I know. He came down with
Obviously.
Probably not.
He used to come down to wacky sax. And just go around the ring, It was fun.
Maybe?
Probably not. No, I don't think so.
Did Stunning Steve hail from the frozen tundras?
No.
Do you know?
No, I don't think he did.
No?
No.
From the crushing gridiron? All right, that's enough of that.
No, I'm pretty sure he
Going
did.
through my whole library.
Yeah,
here.
I noticed. I mean, we took we weren't here last week, so, you gotta, well, I mean,
it's true.
I was, but no, kidding. So I guess first of all, kind of jump into, like last week, I explained it a little bit on the Pod Goddammit episode. If, you didn't happen to listen, we, on Friday.
Shame on you first.
Well, I'm going to jump out of chronological order here a little bit, but that Friday when we normally record, I sent Tony a text and was like, I'm just not feeling podcasty today. I don't know why. I just didn't really feel like doing it. And then Soundboard T texts me and he's like, hey, you want to go get some delicious adult beverages? And I was like, yes, I do. So, whoa. So that happened. And then things just fell apart. So we couldn't really get back together.
Fell apart.
Yeah.
Well, because I forgot our friend Mecca's up from Florida. Mm-hmm. And she should be coming over here soon to watch Game of Thrones again. But she came over last Sunday to watch Game of Thrones, and I completely forgot they were coming over.
Right.
So I was like, wow, shit, I can't record Sunday night now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were doing Saturday. Something happened Saturday, too. Oh, well, I'll get to that. That's in my notes.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, actually, because my last weekend for me was a busy, just jizz fest, basically.
Wow,
that's insane.
That sounds like a mess.
I know, right? And then Monday I started doing the training for my new part-time job where I get to dress up as Hitman from the Hitman games.
Oh, I thought you meant Bret the Hitman Hart. Damn it.
I wish I had his intro.
Oh, yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah, that's all I got.
El Tigre.
Just for you, Brian.
Close enough. Both of you, the excellence of execution. You share the title, yeah. Bret Hart involved in one of the best matches ever with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So
there you go.
Yeah.
But so I guess that led to yet another release of the Pod Goddammit.
Yeah, the final one.
Now we got to get back on our ball.
Yeah, I know. That's it. I got nothing else. So yeah. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. It was a nice short episode too. I thought I had more to put in there, but apparently we weren't on a few episodes, so I didn't.
Oh man, imagine how low those download numbers were on those episodes.
I'm sure nobody probably downloaded them.
Man.
Yeah. It's like going to see, your favorite team and, your favorite player is, taking that day off.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like, come on.
Like, really? Damn it.
The one day I can afford a ticket. Yeah.
I want to get my Tebow Gators jersey signed. Praise Jesus.
You can go see him play minor league baseball?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. He's hit some impressive home runs.
I've heard he's killing it in the minors.
He's not doing too bad. So.
And with the minors, if you know what I mean.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. The people of West Virginia don't deserve that.
What? Is that what he's playing in West Virginia?
No, you said minors. Oh. I went a different direction from...
I was talking children.
I know. I went coal miners instead.
Oh, gotcha.
Damn it, Tony.
So we're off to the wrong foot here, Brian.
It's all right.
How could I besmirch episode 316 like this?
Right. What are you doing?
I just want the glass break.
I know.
I just need to have a sound drop.
You do, yeah. I think we enjoy that way too much, but
I think
whatever.
we do too.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So I guess, man, I don't know. I guess you might as well start off because I didn't write anything down, so I can probably, as I think of things, I'll just fill in where I can.
Well, I mean, let's go to the Friday that we were supposed to podcast, and we didn't.
I couldn't remember if there was anything before that. So,
I mean, because you guys were at Rockies, having some beers, high octane beers.
Yeah,
I recall.
I certainly was.
Because I showed up way late because I had to wait for my kids to get home.
For the kids at home, I was drinking Cafe Death by Revolution Brewing.
What's that robust ABV on that? Do you remember?
13%.
There you go, kids.
Yeah, it was.
You want to be a man's man? You drink some real ass beer like that.
It put some hair on my hair. You know.
Damn.
That's how manly the beer was.
The hair on your chest got hair on its chest.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
That is insane.
Unfortunately, none translated to the top of my head. But what are you going to do?
But, yeah, whatever. You got that extra, woolen inner coat for winter.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's like armor now. It's like woven together. Like
exactly.
It's more just like, wearing a wicker chair, but whatever.
Wicker Man?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No.
Oh God, not the bees! Such
right.
an amazing movie.
It is.
But there was a, when I walked in, there was a hell of a little musical act going on.
Oh yeah.
Some probably middle-aged black woman just killing the oldies.
Yeah.
Old hip hop and old R&B and soul.
Yep. That's why when they first were bringing their stuff in and setting up, me and T were like, well, what kind of music do you think they're going to play? And T said something about funk. And then when they started, the first dude who started playing was the bass guitar player, and he was laying down some funk, just noodling around,
Right. So
we were kind of like, all right, whatever. And then when they finally started, it really got going. It was like, this is all right. The only downside again though is Rockies is not a big place, so anytime there's a band in there, it's hard to hear.
Yeah, it's kind of
hard to hear each other talk. I should say. Yeah, if you're there to see the band, it's great. But if you're there to still talk to people, it's much harder.
I mean, I felt like I was part of the show because I basically had to squeeze by the singer to go get to you guys.
I know. I thought you were going to dance with her for a minute there.
Part of me was like, if I walked in here and I had some beers in me, it might have happened.
Sure, drop it low right in front of her. I get it.
Well, I mean, because
show what those squats do.
Right? She was probably in her maybe mid to upper 40s, early 50s.
Yeah, that's probably
something like that.
That'd be my guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I just 2 words I got to ask. Would you?
Probably. I mean,
she was pretty attractive. I walked in, I was like, whoa.
Plus,
look at this lady shaking his booty.
And she can sing a little bit too, so.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They were really good though. I was really impressed with them. And then the highlight of it was when she called that dude that she knew since high school or whatever up, and they did, a duet of, Let's Get It On.
Yeah, and it was excellent.
And it was so good. I was expecting the guy to be I figured she would do the main vocals and he would kind of fall to her, but it was not that at all. He actually came up and killed it. Yeah. And she just, brought what she had too. I was very surprised.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah. And listen, you could never go wrong with, that kind of song.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, shit, my panties were wet.
Mine were, I threw mine, you remember? No. I took someone else's off and threw them. Hey, let me see those. But
yeah, that was good. That was real good.
Yeah. Beers were good. The company was great. The music was good. Yeah, it was a good night. It was weird because I wasn't really, it wasn't that I was in a bad mood or anything like that. It was just, I just needed that though. That was perfect.
Right.
So.
Absolutely perfect.
Yes.
Oh, well, all right then. God damn.
And Tony contacted the plague apparently.
Yeah, it's just I'm a little verklempt for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, we were at Cedar Point today, and I didn't really ride anything, but still ugh.
Yeah.
I think I'm just worn out.
Maybe.
But, I don't know. I mean, I wish I could have got there a little earlier, but.
Yeah.
You know, it is
you didn't
what it
miss
is,
a
but-
lot. Like you missed a few songs. Like, you know, they started out with some Stevie Wonder and stuff like that, you know, and did some
that's nice.
other 70s stuff. Yeah, there were a couple songs that she didn't quite have the voice to really kill, but it was still good, you know?
Right.
It was still entertaining, no matter what. T and I kept making jokes because the drummer, the faces he was making looked like he just couldn't wait until he could get to like a solo or something. Because he looked frustrated, and then when a couple of the songs where, you know, she'd be like, and so on drums, you know, and he'd whatever.
All that drummer meth.
Yeah, then you see him, he's all smiling and stuff, but the rest of the time it looked like he was, you know, frustrated.
Well, what about when they wheeled in harmonica guy?
I forgot about that.
How could you forget about harmonica guy?
Well, it was weird because, like, the way the place is laid out, you know, I thought he was just sitting there. You know, just wanted to sit close to the music, you know, be like that guy.
There's old, and then there's this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He was old as fuck.
He was. And like I said, I thought he was just sitting there, and then for one of the songs, I see him whipping out a harmonica. And I'm like, what? Huh?
He actually killed it on
He
harmonica.
really did. That was the thing, was he wasn't there when they started. So I didn't necessarily assume he was part of the band in any way or whatever. So, you know, it was kind of weird.
I didn't assume anything either.
Yeah. Like he just showed up to jam with them.
It looked like his nurse and him came in.
Yeah, it did.
And he was in a suit, and he had this, you know, one of those walkers that doubles as I got to sit down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. He just sat like not right on the stage, but not. I mean, it was at a weird location.
Well, and he didn't jump in right away either.
Yeah.
He was there for a couple songs before, and then she was kind of like, you know, give it up for whatever his name is on harmonica, and then he jumped in on that song, and I was like, oh, all right. So
yeah, like, he's part of the band.
And like you said, he was good. You know.
He killed it, man.
Yeah,
killed it. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was quite nice.
I also enjoyed the fact there was a guy right across the walkway from her that was, you know, constantly like, hey, you know.
That Cialis was firing strong.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Were you there when there was an older couple dancing? Did you see that?
No, you told me about that.
Okay.
I missed it.
Yeah, there were, and, you know, I'm not making fun of this in any way. There was this older couple. They were probably in their like 70s plus, you know. And I forgot what song they did. And the guy got up, and you see him like hold his hand out and ask her to dance. And then they just start dancing on the floor there. Nobody else is dancing. It's just those two, you know, dancing around and stuff. And it was really, you know, it was just really sweet, you know.
That's kind of the cool thing about that bar, though.
And I'll say this. They left right after. So I think my man got some, you know.
Yeah, you know it. Like, let's go, Gertrude. I got to shatter that hip.
He's like, hey, I got a couple bathtubs lined up at home. Let's go.
A couple bathtubs.
Well, the Cialis commercial.
Right. He goes outside, throws a football through a tire.
Right. And he looks at her and just does the old eyebrow waggle. Like, you see what I'm getting at? Oh, shit. Yeah, anyway, though, it was really sweet, you know, because you don't see that very often, you know.
No.
But you're right, that is the kind of bar it is that, you know, everybody was clapping for him and stuff, you know, it was cool.
Well, that's what's weird about that bar is, like, you walk in and there's a very much, elderly folk in there enjoying the drinks and the music. Mm-hmm. And then there's, like, the young hipster crowd, too.
Yeah. It's weird.
And then there's a couple of random douchebags.
I was going to say, then there's us, but...
Well, yeah, and us. But it's a bizarre mix of people that go to that bar. It's one of the reasons I really enjoy that bar. Me
too. You're right, though. It is really odd how many times we've gone in there, and, like, you know, one of the first times I went in there, it was like nothing but younger people. And I was like, I don't know about this, you know? And then the next time we went, it was more like people our age, and then, you know, all over the place age-wise. So I was like, oh, this is all right. And the beers are almost always on point at that place. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure. They take pride in their beer selection.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, which is good.
Yep.
Especially for us.
Yes. Big fan.
Do you know
what's funny though? That was like an anniversary night for them, and I never asked them what the specials were.
Oh.
Once she told me they had that 13%er, I was like, yeah, that and then Slurmlord.
Like, yes, please. I'll take both of those in my face immediately.
I did. That first 13%er went down a little quick. I looked at T and was like, I gotta order some food. If I get another one of those, this is going to be a shit show quick. So,
right?
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So,
well, that Saturday, because I was taking it easy that night.
Right.
Because that next day I had
listening
to go finally.
Eagles, I get it.
Who, what?
I said listening to the Eagles, I get it.
Goddamn right. But that next day I had to, I was finally going to interview for the little part-time gig I've been trying to get, and I had to go meet the guy.
Yeah.
Which was, I'm glad I finally did. But I get there all nice and like dressed up, and he shows up and gets out of his truck. He's just in like gym shorts and a t-shirt. Just a real quick meet and greet, and it was just like, okay, we'll come back on Monday and we'll, start the training process basically.
Yeah.
Which, so now I got that in my life, which is fine.
So you showed up on Monday in like coach shorts, like nutters, and a real tight polo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Well, I just tuxedo Speedo. Just dressed up.
The Tuxpedo, you mean?
Tuxpedo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good point. That was the right move.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, dropped my knife. But that later that day, though.
Did you just say you dropped your knife?
Yeah, I got a little Swiss Army knife.
Oh, okay.
It's always on my desk, and because this is like my version of a fidget spinner, but it's dangerous.
Fair enough. I'm using a pen for the same reason. Yeah.
Yeah, I just I open the blades and close them. I just fuck around with the thing.
Perfectly
pretty great.
Try this at home, kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that Saturday, Soundboard T and I, we had a little pub crawl action. Now, it's the first time the Toledo Area Soccer Association. Mm. They do the St. Patty's Day pub crawl, which is massively popular.
You mean the kids that play the footy?
The kids that play the footy, yeah, They do a St. Patty's Day pub crawl, and it's huge. I've never been on it,
okay,
but I've seen the buses show up when the couple times I go out on St. Patty's Day, and people just pile out, and they hit all the major, Irish bars in the area.
Of course, yeah.
Well, they started doing a brewery crawl, and it was like you pay $30, you get a lanyard. It's basically a $30 bus pass.
Yeah.
Is what it boiled down to. But it hit breweries that, never been to before.
Right.
So that was cool. Mm-hmm. So, Jeannie of Hobie, from what I hear, she took us, and we went to Ernest Brewing. Mm-hmm. And, which, you were at for the Firkin thing.
Yep.
And that's where we kicked off the old pub crawl. And I gotta say, I think the lanyards were a little pricey for what you got, but the thing started at like noon, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, it ran 9 hours. So if you would have started bright and early, it would have been definitely worth it. But we kind of started late in the day.
Yeah.
And the one bus driver got lost, which kind of fucked us.
Okay.
And the buses were running direct. They didn't tell you on the thing, on their website, like how they were running.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went to Ernest and we had all the beers. And they have 15 and they were delicious. Very good beers there.
Yeah.
But, and then Jeannie left and T and I hopped on a bus and went downtown. And we wanted to end downtown because she was going to meet us down there.
Yeah.
Later. So it's like, shit. So, we went to the Cloister. We just stayed on the bus and we went to Maumee Bay. When T was like, I want to get some food. So we went in and had some food, had a couple more beers, of course,
sure,
as is tradition.
Right, of course.
And then we're looking at the clock, and last pickup was like 8:30, and it was, I think, 7:30. And we're like, do we have time to hop on this bus and head out to like Perrysburg, where one of the breweries we've never been to is? And we're like, fuck it, we'll figure it out,
Right.
So we hop on this bus, we go to this place called Black Frog, which is way out there. Dude, I really enjoyed it. It was weird, though, because you walk in, they have their beers, and then they have, like, Budweiser, Miller, they have all the other beers, too. So it's kind of like a brewed pub / regular bar.
Well, like Maumee Bay does that, too. You can
get
exactly the other beers, yeah.
But, dude, these guys that were there were fucking hammered.
Well, I bet.
Like, T and I were feeling good.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They had no part of the pub crawl.
Oh, okay.
They're drinking.
Oh.
like we walk in, we sit down, we start looking at the beer list, and the guy just looks at me, and he's like, hey man, what's it? Because we're wearing the lanyards around your neck, because that's how you get on the bus.
Right.
He's like, what are you guys, like beer reviewers? And we're like, no, we're just doing this pub crawl thing, and we're just. And the guy's like, all right. And he's like, my buddy and I, we were at the Avengers party, which those who don't know, Avengers is like a local motorcycle gang in our area. And sure enough, they had like the classic Marvel Avenger Ace stamp on her hand.
Of course, yeah, sure.
Of course. And the guy's just like, man, I work with one of the, which I work with an Avenger too. He's like, I work with one of the guys and he got me in. And let me tell you, man, they got so many strippers at this party. And this guy's ancient. And he keeps grabbing my shoulder the whole time.
Right.
You know, because he's sitting right next to me. Like,
well, the reason,
hey, my name's this.
The reason people do that is so you can't get away easy.
Yeah, I guess. But dude, he's just like, man, so many strippers. I've just been staring at pussy all day. And I'm like, oh, really? And he's like, geez, it's just not something you see every day, man. and the whole time, his other friend is just trying to eat popcorn. It's all going down his chest and on the floor, and he's trying to throw it in his mouth, and he's throwing it at his friend.
Wow.
He's just making a fucking mess.
Yeah, wow.
So then once again, because we get the whole flight of beers, you know, and he's like, geez. So seriously, are you guys beer reviewers or what? What do you, and we're like, no, we want to try them.
Yeah.
The guy's like, all right. And he's quiet for like a second. And then he's like, I like this bar. He's like, you gotta be here after 11 p.m. though. We're like, oh, really? He's like, I'm telling you, man, this place fills up with Perrysburg pussy. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, you hear that, T? He's just like, yeah.
Yeah, you both are like note emoji at that point.
Guy's like, I'm telling you, this place is great. Then they kill their beers, throw money on the bar, and the guy's like, man, it was real great chat with you. But we're going to go next door and have a couple drinks.
Animals.
Went to the Mexican place. As we're leaving, the friend that's covered in popcorn, he just goes, hey man, sorry about the mess. Just shit everywhere. These guys are just plowed.
Wow. That's a good time right there.
Oh my God. It was something, Brian.
Yeah, it sounds like it was.
It was definitely something.
Sorry, I missed that.
But, you know, so we plowed through these beers because, like, we're just trying to, you know, drunk guy really took some time.
Yeah.
But the bartender's like, hey, you know, whoever's doing the pub crawl, bus is pulling in. We're like, fuck. So we quickly hammer the beers, hop on the bus, and, you know, the driver's like, and this is the last pickup, and we're like 3 stops away from where we need to be.
Yeah.
She's like, so where are you guys going? I'm like, I'm really hoping you're going to take us downtown. And she's just like, well, I have to hit these other couple stops, but yeah, just don't get off anywhere, because if you get off, that's where you're staying.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we're like, all right, cool. So she went around and picked nobody else up. It was just the 3 of us in the bus until she took us back to the Black Cloister downtown.
Right.
Which then, you know, went with lovely wife. We had some more beers. But yeah, it was cool. I would do it again, but it's kind of shitty from because I was talking, remember, I don't remember her name. But you remember the bartender at the Cloister, who's that kind of like little punk rock girl? Mm-hmm. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I was talking to her, and she was saying that the owner of the Cloister was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this ever again. Because apparently, for you to participate, you have to purchase the lanyards from the soccer association.
Yeah.
And then you sell them.
Oh.
And they had a shitload of them hanging on the wall still.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And you know, she was like, it's just it's the first time they're doing it. It wasn't really well promoted. A lot of people didn't know about it.
Yeah. Right.
She's like, the St. Patty's Day thing, you know, it's crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
So
yeah, because everyone's expecting to go drink on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I thought it was cool because, you know, like I said, I'd never been to Ernest. I really liked it. I'd never been to Black Swamp. I really liked it. Although everyone on the pub crawl we talked to said there's a place called Black Frog.
Yeah.
They said that place had the best beer.
All right.
And it was the one spot we didn't go to. And I know where it is now because we drove by it because we couldn't get off the bus.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it was cool. We had a good time.
Oh, darn. We'll have to go out there and have beers.
I know, right?
Shucks. Yeah, that's it. And so, did you get any discounts on drinks?
I mean, kinda. Like, when we were at Maumee Bay, because I asked the bar, we're down at Mutt's, and I asked her, I'm like, I grabbed the lanyard, I'm like, seriously, it says specials. What does this give me?
Yeah, the poster said specials too, so that's why I was curious.
Yeah, and she was like, well, and she's like, oh, you did order a Glasshopper. I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, you can get a pint of Glasshopper for $3. And then she's like, but honestly, they're usually $3.50.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Wow, yeah. Cause see, that was something I was kind of wondering, cause cause, I mean, I know it eliminates the need for a designated driver otherwise, but it's like, we could just go do some of this.
But that's what Jeannie was saying. She's like, I'll just drive you guys around. But I'm like, we already, I'm like, cause I've been on buses full of drunk people and it's fun.
Yes.
But there was so little people doing it that it was like, when we got on a bus, it was like 6 of us on there.
Wow.
You know?
That's way
although
less
one
than
bus
I
showed up and it
expected.
was packed.
Okay.
And then it left packed.
Wow.
But we weren't done drinking. So we were like,
Yeah. Well, I can see it too, cause it's like, if it was a citywide type of thing, like, if it went to various bars too, I could see other bars would get in the promotion, but otherwise it's like the places that are running it are pretty much the ones that are going to promote it heavier because they benefit from it. Like Rockies had a poster, I think, up for it, but it's like they don't get anything out of it, really. So it's
just to promote the local beer scene.
Yeah, just to be cool for the overall beer scene. Exactly. Yeah.
And it looked like, because once, Granite City, which is way the fuck out there from downtown Toledo.
Yeah.
They had a whole, we didn't go there because we couldn't get off the bus.
Yeah.
But they did some shit. They had tents outside.
Really?
Picnic tables. They had all these cornhole boards set up. They had shit everywhere.
Wow.
They were popping.
I guess it makes sense because they're a chain.
They're a chain.
Yeah,
they're a chain. Exactly.
they just throw that into the promotional budget probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it's funny because at Beer Fest they were one of the we have 4 beers and it's like and I've already had all 4. It's like this is terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So all right.
So yeah, the pub crawl's cool though.
Mm-hmm.
All
right.
So that I would do again. Maybe in a few years when it's better promoted.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see
I was more like, oh, this is cool. We don't have to drive, and we're going to be driving around with just people that are plastered, and it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
yeah, because our bus trips back from Beer Fest a few times have been ridiculous.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
fact, trips to Beer Fest have been pretty funny a few times because there's already people drinking.
there's a lot of pre-gaming sometimes.
Yeah.
But then this is like a drinking weekend for me, that last weekend.
Yeah.
Because then the next day, our friend Steve, through his work, he won tickets to go see the race up at MIS, a little NASCAR action. Right. And he asked Gino, you guys want to go? And we had I've never been. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it.
Rubbin's racing, I'm in.
Yeah. Well, plus he was like, he's like, we get a hospitality tent. And, there's food and, you get a wristband. There's a couple of free drinks out here that's good for, and you can bring your own beer and I'll drive. I'm like, oh, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Sweet.
Twist my arm.
Yeah. Right.
I just have to sit down and enjoy myself. I still don't get the sport, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I had a good time, but it was more with the people I hung out with.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
Because Steve's wife didn't go, so he's like, do you have anyone else, that might want to go? And I'm like, I don't know. I was trying to think maybe Jeannie would like a female companion.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, what about, our friend Michelle? Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, and I texted Michelle, and she apparently used to work up there when she was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Did parking lot shit. She was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. She doesn't like NASCAR either, but
Yeah.
So the 4 of us went, and, it was for Ford was who we wanted the tickets through.
Yeah.
So we're in this big fucking hospitality thing, and you walk in, there's all the hot dogs you want to eat and pork chops. It was cool.
Huh. All right. That's cool.
They had just coolers full of pop and water that you can help yourself to. But if you want a beer, you only had 2 drinks on your wrist, man.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's free beer. I was like, fuck, I'll drink a couple free Coors. You know?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Now the question everyone wants to know though is, were the mountains blue?
Not blue enough.
I know. I remember that. I forgot about it. You posted that. Yeah. Yeah. Not blue enough.
But it's driving through there is insane though. It's part flea market, part carnival.
Yeah.
When you're going to get your parking.
I bet. Yeah.
I mean, the people watching was a real experience.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
a group of guys. I mean, if you actually, I put it on my Instagram too. But if you're on the Snapchat or the Instagram, I put a whole compiled video of my Snapchat. There's like guys walking around with, Confederate flags as capes.
Yeah.
The uniform of the day was definitely no shirt and camouflage shorts.
For sure, yeah. Yeah. That's what I would have worn.
It seems like it's just an excuse to just sit and drink.
It probably is.
Yeah. Because, they have there's a size of cooler you can bring in. It has to be a soft side cooler.
Yeah.
But I had 16 beers with me.
Yeah.
That's a lot of beers.
That is a lot of beers. Yeah.
And that's for each person can bring that in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's amazing that they let you bring your own stuff. You'd think they would say no alcohol and force you to buy.
No, I bet you if they did that, it'd be a fucking mutiny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Because as long as it has to be in a can, that's it.
Yeah.
No glass,
Okay. Well, sure. That makes sense. It's less of a weapon.
Right.
Although a full can of beer still is going to hurt.
Well, yeah, definitely.
You wing one at someone's face.
But I could walk in there with, 16 high ABV beers and kill myself in the stands if I wanted to.
Yeah, you really could.
Because they just opened up the cooler and looked in there and saw the cans like, okay, man, and I was good. They didn't look at the can and be like, oh, this is a 13%, or you're not coming in with this.
Right. Yeah. Which is funny because, that's why a lot of sporting events cut off alcohol sales at halftime or third quarter or second period or, something along those lines so that it stops people from being shit shows when they leave, allegedly.
Yeah, you gotta cut your own self off here.
Yeah, that's a mess.
But there's definitely people that are into the fucking race.
Oh,
There was a dude in front of us, he had binoculars. They all of them in a line had headsets, and I'm like, because I had to ask him, what the fuck are the headsets for? They're listening to the pit crews.
Oh, I was thinking maybe it was on a radio or something like that.
Oh, right. You can tune in to certain drivers' channels.
That's interesting.
So if you like Dale Jr., you can listen to his race team talk and hear him talk.
Huh. All right.
But
they talk about.
So people are into the shit.
Yeah. Well, it's similar to the people that go to baseball games and keep score and have, radio headsets or whatever on their iPad or iPhones or whatever now and listen to, the play-by-play because obviously at the game you don't get that,
Right.
Huh.
I don't know, but it was I like the noise because I actually, I'm not generally Mr. Earplug, but I put earplugs in because it was fucking loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's once they start racing, it's okay. I don't understand, because it's just, they're just driving in circles.
I know.
And I had to go, who's in first? And then out in the middle of the field, there's this huge tower that tells you who the top 10 guys are.
Yeah.
I was I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's I just, and I know Neil and Annalise love it because we were texting with them. They're like, oh my God, how's the race? I just don't get the sport.
I don't either.
And I know there's a lot to it. There's a lot of oh, well, this guy can tune it a little bit like this. He might get an extra half a mile per hour, man.
Yeah.
Or, get a couple extra laps on my tread, man.
Yeah. I can get the nuance in it, but for the person who doesn't watch it much, just to walk into it, it's just all right, they're going in ovals for 500 times or 400 or whatever. And it's it doesn't get interesting to me until the last 20 or 50, somewhere in that range, because then they start, really pushing each other and trying to get around. It's more racing at that point, not just, the rest
going
of the time.
Circles.
Yeah, the rest of the time. it is overall a positional strategy,
Yeah.
all the pit stuff and, how far you push your tires and gas and all that kind of bullshit. You're trying to hope that at some point, that'll allow you to get out in front, but it just doesn't do anything for me. But in fairness, that's fine. I love baseball, and I know a lot of people find baseball to be boring as paint drying. So I get it.
I I feel the same way. I don't have to understand it for I don't judge people like it.
Right.
Well, maybe a little.
Listen,
bit,
you can take 16 tall boys in with you, so you're good.
Exactly right.
Should have went over to the Dollar General and got you some hams.
I wish
I would have taken care of it.
Oh, it was actually funny when we were pulling up the road to get to because they shut down the whole area. Troopers everywhere.
Yeah.
Shutting down roads. This road is now the way into the parking lot.
Yeah, I've been through there on race day, and where we didn't realize it was race day.
We had a trooper stop us, and the guy next to us, And he's just standing there, and the guy behind him's waving the traffic behind him. And then Trooper just looks at us, looks at the car next to us, and he points. He's like, I think I'm staging you guys. You ready to drag? This big-ass state trooper.
Yeah.
At least he got a good sense of humor about the whole thing. Because, of course, the dude next to us starts revving his minivan.
Well, of course, yeah. Shit.
But, yeah, I mean, we left right before a crash happened. Because I know oh, man, you got to be... Because we were like, let's try to beat the traffic.
Right.
Which, whatever.
Well, yeah, because, again, you're not really there for the...
I'm not, because I don't...
If you guys were really there for the race, you'd probably be like, we can't leave because this is when it's really exciting.
This is when it gets intense.
Yeah. Because, there's not really blowouts. There are tire blowouts, but, it's like, it's very rare.
It's not like a football game where
they're
going to run the score up or something.
You don't normally see a car that's like 4 laps ahead. To where they're just cruising with their feet up on the dash the rest of the way,
That'd be incredible.
Yeah, right.
But I also forgot because when we were at the Ford area, Steve and I, because they had really nice bathrooms over there.
Yeah.
So we went over and used the bathrooms, and then to the left of the nice bathrooms was the International Battery Hospitality Tent. Mm-hmm. So we're just we're both feeling pretty good. We're like, let's go check this out. And everyone's in bright neon green International Battery. And we just wander in past the tables and we're looking around. And then this monster of a guy, he looked like the Kool-Aid man if you made him like lemon or like the limon or whatever that lemon lime Kool-Aid is, know?
Right.
This big behemoth just appeared out of nowhere like someone summoned him. And he's like, gentlemen, this is the International Battery Tent. I believe you'd belong to Ford Tent. I need to ask you to leave.
Sorry, I didn't realize there were secrets in here.
Yeah, that's kind of how it went.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand it,
He was very much like, I'm asking you nicely to leave, but I will grab you by the scruff of the neck and get you the fuck out of here.
No, he's just like Kirby. He just consumes you.
He probably could have. He was huge. But yeah, so sorry. So we leave the race and we're walking back, and they had the gated off where the hospitality tent was, but they didn't lock it. So we snuck our way back in there to use the nice bathrooms again.
Sure.
But dude, here's what I was talking about: excuse to just drink. As we're walking back, you look inside cars, people are just sitting in the driver's seat, just sleeping. And we get to our car, and this is the best moment ever. We're loading up the shit. The girls are climbing in, and then we just hear, excuse me, guys. And here comes this, she's probably late 40s, just haggard little lady. Mm-hmm. Can you all help me? I'm parked over here. Can you boost me over this fence? And it's like a waist-high fence.
Now the picture makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're like, and Steve's like, he's like, I'll tell you what, if you walk that way, 10 cars, there's a hole in the fence. You can just walk right through it.
Right.
She's like, okay. So we're continuing putting her shit in the car, and she comes back. I don't think y'all all understand me. I'm parked over here. Can you all just help me boost over this fence? And I just went, you know what? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And she just walks over and she throws all her shit. Her sweatshirt, her shoes, her phone, just launches it over the fence.
Nice.
And I'm not touching her.
Right.
I'm not boosting shit.
Sure, right.
And Steve was the same way. We just leaned on the fence.
Right.
Try to make it low. And she's trying to she's hooking her gnarled little fucking toes in the chain link, trying to get over it.
Yeah.
And then just gravity just took her. And she just flipped over it, hit the ground, went, ugh, fuck. And then just laid there.
Oh, man.
So we're both kind of right? And she just was like, fuck. We just got in the car and drove away.
Wow.
It
was so funny because when I saw the picture show up in that shared feed that we have for Beer Fest and whatnot, I was like, what the hell is going on? Because first of all, I'm like, who is that? Because I knew it was, I knew the 4 of you that went, and it's like, who the hell is that? And then I'm like, what the hell? So now it all makes sense at least.
Well, that was me. I got in the car and it was just Michelle behind me cackling.
Oh, I bet.
I got it on video. I was like, oh, really?
Oh, man.
That's amazing.
Such assholes.
Oh my God, she was so hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something.
Oh man.
Just fuck. It was the best.
I'm surprised she could feel anything if she was that drunk.
Oh my God, I couldn't. I mean, that's what if you need an excuse, go out and sit in the sun, drink beer. It's NASCAR, man.
Yeah, right.
Would I go back? I would go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I was looking at the because I got the lanyard right here, hanging right here. They were like fucking $65 tickets.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
No wonder you can bring your own beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's what I've heard. I've never been to a NASCAR one. Like, I've been around, like, drag racing, and I've been over to, like, Toledo Speedway, so I've seen stock cars. I just haven't been at a NASCAR event.
Right. Well, excuse me.
I won tickets to one time, but I didn't go. I gave them to my brothers. I gave them to my two brothers because they both like NASCAR, so...
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah, and it was 2 tickets, and I think it was a similar thing. It was like a radio station had a hospitality tent, type of deal or something, and, so they got to go up there and, have some, I think it was pretty much just hot dogs, but whatever. They had a good time. Yeah,
like he was saying, he's like, Steve was like, I don't like NASCAR.
Yeah.
But I've won these 2 years in a row now. Because apparently, like...
He's the only one that enters.
Well, from what he was saying, is like, a couple of the low-hanging, like, members of the, employees get thrown, their names get thrown in as lottery.
Uh-huh.
But for the most part, everybody that was there was like 6-figure salary people.
Oh, wow.
It's all like higher ups, and then like they let a few peons maybe win tickets.
Right. Well, that's cool though.
Yeah, it is. It is cool. But he's just like last year he took his son who was way too young, and it was just like it was too much of a pain in the ass for him to deal with it.
Right.
So
yeah. Well, unless your kid's going to carry the beer for you or something.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. But then again, he's got to carry his own beer too. I mean, you just put like a mustache on him.
Yes.
Like, sir, he's in diapers. Be like, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, great. And you're saying he's in diapers when he gets them beer pisses.
Yeah. It's like
he doesn't want to miss a race, man.
Yeah.
Oh, how could I forget?
I don't know.
We were sitting there and the race is going, and these 2 women are coming up the stairs, and we were pretty high up.
Yeah.
And this one woman was so drunk, I thought she was going to eat it and go down the fucking bleachers.
Jeez.
But she didn't. They sat down a couple rows in front of us, and then this other woman and this dude just started. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was checking her oil, if you know what I'm saying. It was getting a little hot and heavy in the heavy petting department.
Oh my!
In the middle of NASCAR, man.
Sure, man. All that left turning gets them hot,
Oh my God. It was intense. We the 4 of us, because it's so loud you can't talk.
Yeah.
We just had a group text going on.
Sure.
And oh boy, the amount of fun making we had.
Oh, I bet. Because remember when we were at Mommy Bay and that guy had his hand down the back of that woman's pants?
Yeah, exactly.
Like not, just a little bit, but like full hand all the way down. A good ways. Like he might have lost his watch.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. Oh God, I can't believe I almost forgot about that lady.
Yeah.
Woo.
Those are always great. You see that a lot at concerts.
Yeah.
Like people making out and, all sorts of...
I kind of expect it at concerts because you're drinking.
Right.
And it's here's the key. It's dark.
True.
It's not 3:00 sunshine.
Well, Rubbin's racing.
Exactly, right? Rubbin is racing. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow is right.
Yep.
Man.
Oh, shit. Whew.
So you got any fun things from that last weekend?
Not from the weekend. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I didn't really do anything over the weekend. I was supposed to, or was going to call and join up with y'all for, post pub crawl, and totally forgot. Like, I didn't remember it until it was too late. So I was like,
Right.
Because I knew Jeannie would have already been, probably been there to pick you up. And I figured wherever you were drinking is probably going to be downtownish. So,
Yeah.
which is
if I remember right, we just basically hung out the cloister and went home basically too.
Right. Which is, yeah. I mean, the only thing I would have done if I showed up would have been like, hey, look, there's a home slice place down here.
Well, we were parked by Home Slice.
Oh. Well, that would have been convenient.
Because the hens are in town, so
Shit,
we had to park all the way down there.
Oh, God, yeah. I would have just got a pizza to go then. Just eat it in the car. So, yeah, that was it. I didn't really do anything, but yeah. I was trying to think. No, there's nothing else.
Well, Logan got his first traffic infringement.
Oh, did he?
I know I talked about this with you.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit, so it might be I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast yet.
Right.
So we were in a parking lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was totally his fault. He deserved it.
Okay.
But he starts creeping forward. Here comes a car to head right away. And then they both stopped.
Yeah.
And then Logan must have been like, oh, I guess that's my cue to go. So he started going, and the car started going.
Oh, yeah.
And he stopped, and she just kept going. It's literally the sweetest little old lady you could ever picture your the stereotypical TV grandmother who bakes cookies.
Right.
There was literally a baby in a car seat behind her. As she's driving by, she's just staring at us, and up comes the middle finger. And she just held it up as she drove by.
Wow.
This gnarled fucking claw.
Dang. That's a little harsh.
And, well, Logan and I just looked at each other, then just started, bah!
Oh, yeah, sure.
Started laughing.
Right.
I don't know, I could say, it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad I was here to witness your first middle finger. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus, for letting me be here.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing.
Too bad you couldn't get
that might...
Go ahead.
It's like that might trump his first step, even.
It's definitely this chapter of his life. It's easily, through the different chapters, there's
it was so
big
good.
events. Yeah.
It was incredible.
That's great. I went up to, I had therapy last week, and then afterwards we stopped, at the fruit and veggie store. And, apparently while I was inside dealing with some trollish woman that wouldn't get out of the way, it was just being rude to people in there. After, while I was in there, they had these big boxes, everyone knows what I'm talking about. At the grocery stores and stuff, they have watermelons in them, right?
Right. Yeah.
And, they also had a trailer that had corn on it out front. And,
corn!
So my mom's telling me, cause she's in the car, that there's a woman who was bending over to get a watermelon, which I don't understand because they had 4 of these giant boxes of watermelons. There were 2 of them that were still heaving, you could have just walked up and grabbed a watermelon. And it wasn't that, so whatever, she must have fell in love with that one. That's fine, So I guess when she did, someone else came out and they were texting while they were pushing their cart, hit this woman right in the back, and the woman just dumped right into the thing of watermelons. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it. Oh my God,
that's incredible.
Yeah, and I wish I would have been there, but I guess there was a guy out there sweeping the parking lot because people are peeling all the husks off the corn, making a giant mess. So he's out there sweeping it up, and I guess he just lost it. So.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
What would have made that just slightly better?
If I could have seen it?
Okay. Slightly even more better.
Okay.
Is if when she dumped into the thing and she popped up, Gallagher just showed up and hit her with a sledgehammer.
Right? Or she would have just had a watermelon on her head.
Yes. Like that stupid cat or whatever.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Oh man. That's why I said I don't understand leaning way over this thing when there were plenty of other watermelons. It all looked fine, Cause it's not like going to the grocery store where you're picking out watermelons where there's usually like one and the rest of them look like hot shit. You know, they were,
right.
cause I went over and looked at them before I went in cause I was thinking of grabbing one and, then I forgot. So yeah.
That is awesome. God, I wish stuff like that happened more often around me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said I missed it, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? So
exactly.
My therapist gave me a thing, that I talked about this on the Crazy Life that'll be going up to a little more in depth, but my therapist gave me a thing because, you know, as big as my ego is, my self-esteem is not, you know,
right?
Like, and people laugh at me when I say that and they don't understand. You know me, you know, like I actually do have a pretty good size ego, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm, you know, once I'm in my element, I'm usually very, you know, like just whatever, but I'm terrible at like breaking the ice and I'm just shy, you know? So she was like, she's like, well, to help with your self-esteem, she's like, I want you to post on like your social media things, like a thing asking for people to tell you something they like about you, you know? And it was a little terrifying, honestly, because I was, you know, first of all, it's the internet. You never know what the hell's going to happen. You know, people could be really awful. Even though the people I follow, I didn't really figure anybody was going to be because I have a private account. So, you know, that's going to, you know, keep a lot of riffraff out of there.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, it was weird though, because, you know, normally I probably would have obsessed over this for like a week before posting it, you know. Because it's like, I got to think it through. Do I really want to do this? You know, but I didn't. I got home that day and like an hour or two after getting home, boom, I just posted it on the face page and Instagram. And the results were crazy. Like, so overwhelming, you know. It's always weird because, you know, it felt weird because you're basically like saying, hey, worship me, essentially.
Right.
You know.
I am your golden god.
Yeah. Tell me why I'm so awesome. But that's really what everybody was doing, and it felt like, you know, most of the people really, really thought it through. It wasn't just you know, you're cool or nice glasses. You know, it was fairly heartfelt
sunglasses
stuff.
Emoji.
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Dick.
Yeah. So yeah, it was cool. It was really a good exercise in vulnerability too. You know, because it is putting yourself out there. You know.
Right.
So yeah. That was, I actually mentioned on the Crazy Life that I actually suggest everybody do that. Because I think it's actually kind of a thing. And who couldn't use some, you know,
little pick-me-up,
yeah.
Buttercup.
And the point of it was also for me to see potentially things that, excuse me, that I, you know, that others may see in me and like that I don't see. You know, because part of depression and stuff, you know, you're worthless, you're garbage, you know, all that garbage. So. Yeah. But it was definitely worth it. Turned out really, really cool.
So do you think it's something that, I'm not saying like every week, but on a regular basis, like just throw it up there and be like, hey, you know, tell me how awesome my eyebrows are. Or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like maybe, you know, once a year, someone just throws it up like, hey, you know, not trying to get all your accolades, but
yeah, it's like you're not,
tell me my positive shit.
Yeah, it's like by putting it up like I did, or like, you know, once a year wouldn't be terrible probably, but you know, it's like you'd have to be careful because otherwise people would be like, you're just fishing. You know, and you are. I mean, no matter how many times you post it. But again, it's like the end goal wasn't just it wasn't to swell my ego. It was to show me that people really like me. Yeah, you know,
exactly. And
even though they both get fed by the same, you know, food here, it's, you know, there is that difference and there were things in there that I didn't realize that people liked me for, which was cool, and things that back things up. Like I had a couple people mentioned to me about, you know, the fact that I'll reach out to just randos on the internet, and, you know, if I see that they're posting something about being depressed or need somebody, you know.
Right.
Because that's who I am, you know. So, you know, it also kind of makes you go, you know, even though in my own head I may not feel like this or this is happening, it's like other people are seeing me as somebody who's, you know, a good person, and that's surprising. So, no, I'm kidding.
If only they knew.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, thank you for lying on your post, too. That way it didn't, ruin the image.
Well, of course not. Jeez.
No. Yeah, it was cool, though. But anyway, so thank you to you and anybody, if you're listening, that posted on there. It really did mean a lot to me. And I'm really glad I did it. And I kind of can't wait to get back into therapy to talk with my therapist about it a little bit, because I've really been kind of running on a cycle of almost optimism lately, which is really foreign to me.
Yeah, how's that? That's got to be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, and it's, it's very cautious because, there's still all those years of the other,
Well, yeah, fair enough.
that still wants to go, things are going okay, what's next,
Right.
But, yeah, so that was about it for me for the week, though. I've had a really boring week. Well, until the other day, but, yeah.
I mean, my week there was just like, my cohort at work was on vacation, so I was just getting my dick kicked in every day at work.
Sure.
I mean, it was just, it was one of those things, like, for months we've been kind of slow at work. So there's lots of like, it's, as my coworker Mike would say, geez, here we go, another day of splitting, cutting hairs. Like, yeah, I guess so.
Wow, he's a motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker.
Yeah.
But he goes on vacation. I mean, I was like, so much freight, everything hand load. Like, I don't know. Sometime during the week, I fucked up my ankle.
Awesome.
I don't even know what I did. Like, I was walking, and then it was like, well, there you go. Felt like broken glass in my ankle.
Right.
It was bizarre, and it's still, like, even today, it's still fucked up. Like, I've been wearing a stupid knee brace. That'd be weird. My ankle hurts. I've got the knee brace.
Yeah, sure.
It's not working.
I've got really big ankles. I've seen some swollen big enough that you probably could have put a knee sleeve or something on, but yeah.
Well, I first wrapped in like that stupid, like self-adhesive, elastic, stretchy shit, just to go like get any sort of support.
Yeah, sure.
And I finally went and bought like one of those, ankle sock wrappy things.
Yeah.
Which is actually way more comfortable than the elastic stuff.
Yep.
But I mean, like we were at Cedar Point all day today, which we'll cover that because we're kind of doing a chronological thing here. And I wore the thing all damn day because it's like, fuck, I was just hobbling around.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I did. I guess it's just old.
Yeah, probably.
And it's you remember when we play all the stupid backyard soccer and field soccer with the gopher holes? It's my one ankle that I would roll like every 6 months.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't hurt myself at all. Crunch.
There we go.
So it's just got to be just my shitty joint catching up to me.
Yeah, probably.
It's like, that's what I was telling Jeannie. I'm like, don't you, you were kind of in the medical field. Don't you have like a line on some stem cells I can like shoot in there or something? I need to get something going on.
How convenient. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I actually happen to have something right here.
Like, can I go on the dark web and get some stem cells?
I'm sure you could probably get something someone says are stem cells.
Yeah, exactly right.
I don't know about
just a bag full of cherry stems. You bastards.
Oh man.
Yeah, so my like week is basically non-existent between working my dick off doing that and then starting to train for my other deal.
Right.
Like the one day I didn't get home because, just because of the way it worked, I didn't get home till like 1 a.m, which sucked.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with you having to get back up right away.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But the weekend's been all right so far.
Well, on Thursday we went out.
Yes, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, because we went back to that Ernest Brewing you mentioned earlier. And
Firkin, every Thursday this brewery does a Firkin. Mm-hmm. Which, if y'all don't know what that is,
it's not like the thing that covers, it's not the hairpiece for the groin.
Merkin Monday.
Yeah, Merkin Mondays. Oh. Well, how terrifying would that be to do?
That would be terrifying.
Oh man, yeah.
It's like it's like a little tiny keg.
Yep.
And every Thursday they make a little tiny keg of something. And like some of it's themed because I know in Easter time they had like a Peeps Firkin.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right? But and this place was fucking packed, man.
Yeah, they were.
I can't believe how busy it was.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think? First impressions walking in there.
I'll say this: they were packed. by packed, it means the bar was full. All the tables were full, essentially. There was, when we first walked in, nowhere to sit,
Yeah.
But it wasn't like crammed to where you couldn't move around, right? I mean, there was still plenty of room to walk around. It's just, I don't know if it's the way the place is laid out or where it's just, there's a lot of space in there still. So, that, at least it didn't bother me. If it had been real cramped, I would have probably been like, yeah, this isn't going to work for me.
Right. No.
But it was
good.
Yeah, but it was noisy because, like you were pointing out, there's just nothing but sharp,
Yeah, it's all hard.
All
it's
hard
all cinder
stuff.
blocks.
Yeah.
Wood.
Yeah, so it was
there's
loud.
no like soft material in that.
Yeah. But that beer was interesting. It was certainly not what I expected.
It was a pink lemonade.
Yep.
And it was certainly tart.
Yes.
I think you're right. I think the more I drank it, the less I was liking it.
Yeah. I actually feel, like I said, I think a 9-ounce pour of that might be perfect. Like, it might be really good and kind of refreshing. And then I'm like, toward the end of it, I was like, I really don't want to finish this.
Right.
Maybe it was because it wasn't as cold, too. Or as it opens up a little bit or something. I don't know. Because that's definitely a beer I would not want to drink, at room temperature or warmer. I would.
Yes, that seems to be an ice cold situation.
Yeah. Like if I had a way to put that thing, like, some sort of ice around it to keep it cold. Not in it, obviously, but,
Right.
Anyway. But it was good. I liked it. It's just, I don't want a lot of it.
See, we'll have to, like, go out there when it's not an event like that.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine it's always busy like that.
You never know, but yeah.
You never know.
Because there's not a lot of sitting seats in the place.
No.
Sitting seats.
But I mean, when we were there for the brewery crawl, we just sat we went right up to the bar, and it was still pretty busy. Mm-hmm. But I was just like sitting there. I'm like, God, I dig this place, and I liked all the beers they had. So
yeah, that was pretty cool though. But then we decided that we were going to one and done it and go get some eats somewhere else where it was a little less busy.
Well, so we thought it was going to be less busy.
Yeah, right.
It's actually busier than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Because, if there's one thing we like to do is hit them dive bars.
Yep.
And I have you ever been there before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. It's this place in, Perrysburg, all that Perrysburg pussy.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. That's actually downtown. I know, I'm making all these local references.
Yeah,
it's actually downtown Maumee.
Okay.
For y'all. But it's a suburb of Toledo. But it's this place called the Village Idiot. And it is the diviest dive bars. Like I was telling Jeannie of Hobie and Brian here that the last time I was there, I went down to take a leak in the bathroom, and there was just literally just a turd sitting on the floor. And it is a shitty bar.
Yeah.
But they have good beer, and the pizza's really good.
Yeah, the pizza was really good. I later on was going, man, I wish I had some more of that pizza to eat. Although I wouldn't have been able to taste it because of burning the fuck out of my tongue. Because that pizza came out and it was hot.
Molten lava hot.
And one of the bites I took, the cheese flipped over right onto my tongue and, basically bonded with my tongue.
Dude, I'm still, like the roof of my mouth is still fucked.
Yeah, my tongue is still sensitive from it. Yeah.
Like we have when Logan got his dental surgery.
Yeah.
We had to buy special mouthwash. It's like peroxide mouthwash.
Oh, yeah, I have
by
some
Colgate.
Yeah.
So it's like minty and peroxide.
It's called Peroxyl.
There you go.
Yep.
It's for, healing.
Yep.
Every morning I've been using that.
That's fun. I didn't even think about that. That's a great idea. Because I used to use it because my wisdom teeth like to push through the gums, and it hurts like crazy. And then the gums kind of cover the teeth back up. So
get them gum calluses.
Yeah. So gum calluses. So I was using that stuff because of that irritation. It was great for that. So yeah, that's, if anyone out there is listening, So.
Yeah. And that's one of those bars I never think about.
Yeah.
And the pizza is so good.
It was really good.
Honestly, they apparently they do music every night, I guess.
Oh,
which I like live music. And I didn't think that dude when he finally started playing was bad.
No.
I like a little bluesy action,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But man, it is definitely a dive bar.
It's certainly a dive bar. Yeah. It's been around for a while though too.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever.
The old village idiot.
Finally had a beer by Jackie O's. I don't know if I've ever had a beer by them before.
Really?
I don't think, because they're an Ohio brewery, so they wouldn't be at any of the or beer fests we've been to.
This is true.
And I just don't remember ever ordering one before. And honestly, that IPA that I got was, I didn't love it, but it's all right.
Right.
Should have went with a Slumlord, or a Slumlord.
yeah. God damn it, not known as beers, whatever.
Well, it was on the board as Slumlord too. Like whoever put it.
I even noticed that?
Yep, they put it up there as Slumlord. Because when he said that, I looked over because I was like, "Were we saying it?" And I was like, "We can't be because it's, the other is Slurm."
I'm not trying to proper or like whatever preen our feathers or whatever, but I think we know what we're talking about with beer.
Yeah. But, I looked because you never know, maybe we're just crazy and added an R, kind of like, people in this area do to the word wash, Yeah,
oh, goddamn worship. Yeah.
But, yeah, anyway, it was fun. We had a good time, though.
Right?
That was a nice night out, because it was weird, because the previous 2 weeks, again, I'm a hermit by nature, so the previous 2 weeks I had gone out 3 times each week, and then this week I hadn't gone out at all. That's why when you sent me that, hey, we're going to the Firkin thing, I was like, yes, I'm going to do this, because...
Why, yes, this sounds incredible.
Yeah, aside from going to therapy, I really hadn't been out of the house much.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad we went. It was a fun night.
Yep, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the guy at the end, though, grabbing the paper towels from us, he scared the hell out of me when I turned.
Oh, God, yeah. He's the pizza guy, too.
I know.
Yeah.
That's always the best part about dive places, is when you get food from it and then you see the cook and it seriously looks like barf from, you can't do that on television.
Yeah, like you're like, did he just wake up in the dumpster?
Yeah. You see him just wiping his nose from his first knuckle to his elbow,
Exactly.
And then a few minutes later you see him kneading dough,
But man, it's good.
I don't know what he's doing in there, but it's working.
It's fucking delicious. Oh, shit.
Yep.
So let's see here. What Friday was, if you remember, if you're an old school listener of Salty Language, it was Shecky Shadell's birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good old
which
Shecky.
I actually worked that night.
Yeah.
So I did not participate, but they went to Dave & Buster's. I stopped in and said happy birthday and then left.
Yeah, I was Team Migraine that night, and Dave & Buster's certainly not a place you want to go when you're fighting a migraine.
No, I would agree.
All the lights and sounds. Although I could have just gone and drank beers and probably
which would have probably been fine.
Yeah, I would have been miserable though because of the...
I'm sure you would have been.
Yeah. So
and I got done it was 11 something. I was done, so I called Jeannie and she was just about ready to head home, and we ended up going to Rockies and just having one, and then went home, which was nice.
Nice.
And then what was it? Yesterday, it was our Steve, the NASCAR guy. God, I feel like we did. Oh yeah, we drafted a fantasy football team, which I haven't been in fantasy football.
Yeah.
Legit, players.
You mean
in so long?
Yeah, you don't mean, something fantastic like Dude Mountain, of course.
Dude Mountain.
Which again, really quick for anyone listening, if you'd like to be part of we pick winners against the spread, and it's free to play. If anybody would like to play, email me at saltylanguage@gmail.com or DM us on Twitter at salty_language with your email address so I can add you to the group.
Boom. But I was not feeling it that day.
Yeah.
I slept like shit, and my ankle was throbbing, and I was just like, fuck, I don't even want to.
You just drafted Taco from the league?
No, here's what I did. Logan, you're the GM.
Oh boy. Oh no, the new regime's taking over.
Yep. Yeah, he drafted our family's team.
Yeah.
I was just was not feeling it at all.
Right.
Should
have went with the old auto pick.
No, we were all sitting there in person. They had the thing where you put the sticker on the board.
Okay.
It was a whole event.
Oh, okay.
There was a potluck. It was a whole thing.
Okay.
Which was fun. I mean, it's I had a good time. But the one thing I've always said is, that side of family, very loud.
Yeah.
And when it's so many people being loud, it gets to the point it's just too much. And I need to get away for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. despite the fact that I love like concerts and shit. But that's like focus noise.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
When it's
there is a
unfocused
big
noise,
difference. Yeah. That's actually what was bugging me a little bit at Ernest, was because all that noise, it just all went and collected together to where it's just that generic loud noise, you know. And
I know from, well, concerts, I've definitely fucked up parts of my hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely tone deaf in certain things. And when it gets like noise like that, there's a lot of times I just can't hear what's going on around me.
Yeah,
it's
me
just,
too.
It's just a commotion.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are talking, like, cause I know it pisses Jeannie off. I was like, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Cause I legitimately can't hear.
Right.
You know, whatever she's saying. I know she's saying something, but just it gets drowned out and everything else.
Right. It's not like you and I in that environment would probably pull the what?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah. I'm with you though. I'm the same way. I have a hard time hearing people when there's all that kind of noise. That's why I don't like going to busy bars and restaurants and stuff, because I have the hardest time hearing people sometimes.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yep. I get you.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I'm glad we just connected there. Just connected. More connections, Ryan.
Remember, kids, wear your earplugs when you go to concerts.
Yeah, I know, right? But then, well, yeah. But so NASCAR, you know, we're drafting, and Jeannie's like, "Oh, don't you remember we've got a bonfire tonight?" And I was like, "What?" Because I had no idea.
What? Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, Steve, and you know, they're doing it." I was like, "Oh, fuck." Okay, all right. Well, you know, I was already exhausted. I was like, and you know, it took us forever to leave the bonfire. I'm like, all right, we'll go to or not the bonfire, the draft. I'm like, we'll go to bonfire. So glad we went to the bonfire. Had a blast. There wasn't many of us there, but it was just like we didn't leave till like 1:32 because we were just sitting around just drinking and laughing and burning shit and just smoking cigars and
right.
It was we just had a good time. It was
like
nice.
An all right time, yeah.
You know, it was one of those things where like Steve and his buddy Tyler, who was there, they both had to work today.
Oh.
And I'm like, what time you guys got to work? He's like, 6. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, you know, because they work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, when you work 7 days a week, you just got to accept that some days are going to be worse than others.
Do you remember? Yeah, remember when like T had that run? Like, was it last year or the year before, where he worked like the whole month of June? Or whatever, or July, I don't remember which it was, pretty much. And he went out drinking with us or something the one night, and I'm on the way home, I'm like, what time do you work tomorrow? He's like, 8 o'clock, and I'm like, it's like 2 in the morning. I was like, dude.
Right.
And he's like, look, he's like, I can't get a day off, so he's like, I gotta get some fun in there. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what those two guys were saying, too.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad I went, and, you know, I didn't get too hammered. I just got pleasantly buzzed for a little bit, and... You know, and then we did the old Cedar Point today with the kids and bonus kid.
Right.
And, you know, I was like, I'm glad, you know, I was like, fuck it, I'm not riding anything. Cause my ankle's still fucked up. I'm I'm not going to stand in line for hours to ride shit. I don't even want to walk around.
Right.
Thank God my kids are old enough. We could be like, bye-bye.
Yeah.
You know, meet us here at this time. And then Gina and I are like, she's like, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. Like, why don't we just go out and walk along, like, the beach, because it's nice.
Yeah.
You know, we'll figure it out from there. And so we're walking on the beach, and they added to all the hotels back there. And I'm like, I need to take a leak. I'm like, let's just pop in this hotel, and we'll enjoy the air conditioning. I'll find a bathroom. So we're just sitting on the couch chatting, and I'm like, and there's a Starbucks in the lobby. And I was like, I got two things I'm thinking about doing. I'm like, I'm either thinking about getting a cup of coffee, or I'm looking at the bar on the other end of the room here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to decide what the best plan of action is. Well, we ended up going to the bar. And we basically spent all afternoon just sitting at the bar bullshitting with everybody. We had a blast.
Yeah, fair enough.
Spent too much money for the amount of drinks we had.
Yeah,
we didn't have many drinks, and it was ridiculous.
I'm sure, yeah.
Because, you know, you're paying, because they're turning Cedar Point and then that area into like a resort almost.
Yeah. That's kind of the feel I was getting from some other people I know that have gone. So yeah. But
the bartender, Brian with a Y, was an excellent bartender. He was very funny. Yeah, he was. Yeah, we had a blast just sitting there. You know, I had a couple beers. Jeannie had a couple. She had a Long Island iced tea and a mojito, and she was feeling fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, a Long Island iced tea is basically just, you know.
Well, I'm sorry, a Long Island iced teal she had.
Oh, okay.
Because on the menu's a misprint. It says Long Island iced tea, but it actually says teal. The bartender's like, We had these menu for months, and a kid noticed that it says teal, not an adult, a child
That's
noticed
great.
it says teal.
I love it.
Because when she ordered it, he's like, Jeannie, because of course, we're both, we're on a first name basis now.
Sure, yeah.
The guy's like, Jeannie, can I have fun if you're iced tea? And she's like, I don't care, do whatever.
Roofie.
He's like, oh, and so he put that blue Carasso in it and made it an iced teal.
Okay. Well, see, that's why when you said teal, it, corrected me to teal. I was like, thinking maybe it's a house deal.
No, it was just a typo, and he's like, finally, so I can make one, basically.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we had a blast. It was great.
Nice.
Just, chatting with other drunkards and being blown away, like guys like, let me get it was this crazy old drunk lady. Get this, all right. This woman comes in, she was hammered. You could tell. She sits down next to me and she's just like, oh man, Brian, I'm back. I need 2 pina coladas with, dark rum floaters on them. And he's like, okay. And he's making her drinks. And then this young girl comes in. She had, she was in a bikini and she had giant yammers.
Yeah.
And this woman just looks at her and goes, honey, you need to wait for me to get my drinks before you bring those big boobs in. The girl's just like, what? It was great.
Wow.
But her 2 pina coladas with dark rum floaters cost her almost $40.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, that's more than I expected.
And they're big drinks. I mean, they're big.
Well, yeah.
But still.
Yeah, still.
And this guy, he was a hell of a salesman.
Yeah.
Because like a guy would come up and he'd be like, can I get a Crown and Coke? And Brian's like, what do you want? What size do you want? You want Crown and Coke? Do you want double Crown and Coke? Or do you want vacation fun size Crown and Coke?
Nice.
And the guy's like, I clearly want vacation fun size.
Right?
And it's the biggest one.
Well, of course. There shouldn't even be the other
which
option.
costs the most.
Of course. Yeah, upselling for sure.
But yeah, the dude, I enjoyed yakking with him. He didn't upcharge us on it. Well, he probably did. Who knows? But he probably pulled something on us.
Yeah, when you weren't looking. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was an oddest experience at Cedar Point, and because we have passes, so it's like I'm not like, oh shit, it's our only day here.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to ride stuff. It was more like, well, let's go find something to do. Oh, we're hanging out at the bar. That's weird. Shocking.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Go all the way to Cedar Point just to hang out at a bar.
Basically. Well, like they had the good music playing. It's all back windows. It's looking out on Lake Erie. I'm like, this almost feels like vacation.
Right.
It's almost there.
Right.
But I know it's not.
Right.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cedar Point, did you see the coaster they announced this week?
Was it Steel Vengeance?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'll have a link in the show notes if anybody wants to see a first person, basically like that game that you used to have. What was that called? Coaster or whatever that was?
Oh, Coaster Tycoon, I think,
I was going to say where you could go in the first person after you build the coaster or whatever.
Oh yeah, it wasn't Coaster Tycoon. I think you're right. It was just like coasters or coaster.
It was a Disney one, if I'm not
mistaken.
Coaster
Camp or something.
Yeah, I think it was made by Disney, and Roller Coaster Tycoon probably has it too. I don't remember. It's been too long since I played. This is crazy. Like 205 feet high, goes 74 miles an hour. The first drop's 200 feet. There's 4 inversions, which when I was watching it on TV, there's one part where it looks like it tilts you left and then pulls you right.
That's fun.
Yeah, and I was watching, I was going, oh man, I bet that thing's going to be a blast to ride.
Well, that's what they're converting the Mean Streak into, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a hybrid roller coaster. It's, steel and wood. But, and when they build this, it's going to break 10 world records.
Of course it will, because Cedar Point.
Right. And that'll give Cedar Point, 5 more records? Yeah. 5 more park records.
Right.
Because most rides at one amusement park, they'll be up to 71. I didn't realize they had that many.
That's crazy.
But it makes sense. It's just, you don't realize it, I think, while you're there so much.
Well, because you walk by like the little spinny rides you don't normally ride.
Right, yeah. But, man, this is... Yeah, the steepest drop on a hybrid roller coaster, it's got a 90-degree drop on it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, world's longest drop on a hybrid roller coaster, 200 feet. It's 5,740 feet, which is the longest hybrid. It's got the most inversions on a hybrid. Fastest airtime hill on a hybrid roller coaster at 73. Most airtime on a hybrid roller coaster, 27.2 seconds. Most on any roller coaster at 27.2. And it's the world's first hyper-hybrid roller coaster. I'm not sure why that counts as a record being broken.
I don't know what that means.
It doesn't explain it. Yeah, I don't know.
It sounds like they just made that up.
Also, it's the 5th ride with a 90-degree drop or more at Cedar Point.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Which is a record, apparently.
Well, it's like I know 90 with a 90 degree. I wonder what they are. I know of two of them because Valraven and Top Throw Dragster are definitely 90 degrees.
Right.
I don't know what else though.
I don't either. Yeah.
I'd have to. I don't know. I can't recall.
Yeah, I wish I could. I wish you could click on it and see more.
Yeah.
But they don't have. Yeah. So this will also allow them to have most roller coaster track at one amusement park. You want to take a guess at how many miles of roller coaster track they have?
In Cedar Point in general?
Yes.
Oh, geez. It's got to be ridiculous. I don't know. I'll say 15 miles.
11.
Okay.
Not too far off. Yeah. But yeah, 60,423 feet.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it is America's roller coaster.
Yep. It is.
I mean, if you're listening to this show and you've never made it, you like roller coasters, or you've never been to Cedar Point, you should for sure make the trip.
You're really missing out.
Ohio.
Yeah, it's always ranked in the top 3 in the world.
Yeah.
So
the roller coasters are incredible.
It's one of the few reasons to go to Ohio.
And then if you go there and you if you go there, just hit us up. And I got a lot of places in Sandusky dialed in for food and beer, so I'll give you a nice list.
Right.
If you don't want to, spend $40 for 2 pina coladas.
Right. Ugh. Well, it was I forgot, one of the Twitter groups I'm in, somebody posted a drink menu from a place, and I was looking at the price of the cocktails, and all of them were $16 and up. And those are with,
crazy,
and those are with well alcohol. So if you,
what is this?
Yeah, it's just a high end place is what it is. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, and it was, cause there were a few of them that had, an actual, a name alcohol, but the others even said House Well, and it's well, I don't know what the House Well is either,
maybe their house is Grey Goose.
Yeah, exactly. I doubt it, but maybe.
You never know.
Maybe that's how they justify a $16, martini or something,
Yeah. I mean, some of the cocktails I get a little bit if a lot of work goes into it.
Yeah.
I had, where were we? We were at, I can't remember, Lola's in Cleveland. It's Michael Simon's restaurant. And I had an old fashioned where they light a little piece of bark on fire and smoke the glass while they're doing other things. And it was a whole process, and it was delicious.
Right.
But it was pricey. But, we're there for our anniversary. I was fuck it, I want that.
Yeah. Right. It's an old fashioned. It's never.
Yeah. And the work that went into it, it justified the price to me.
Yeah, because you get a little entertainment with it and an experience. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but you're certainly not going. You shouldn't be going to places like that to get drunk. Well, not even to get drunk, but for a night of drinking. That's just a terrible idea.
Right. Yeah, this is true.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why whenever I see those, I'm just geez, That's why I've read stuff for people talking about dating sites and whatever, and I read on Reddit the one time where a guy was talking about how he won't buy drinks for women anymore because he's been, too many times he's bought the drinks and then they just walk away. And he's in the places out, he lives in California, he's most of the places out here, the drinks are stupid expensive, And he's I'll go broke if I do this on a night. And I was I kind of understand that,
He's madam, can I buy you a drink? Oh, yes. Get this bitch a Sprite.
Yeah. Well, somebody responded if you can't afford to do it, you shouldn't go out dating. And I'm I don't know about all that.
Yeah, exactly. What?
I mean, if drinks are $15, $16, how many times are you going to take that one in the ass before you're yeah, I'm done with this?
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
Yeah, I need to find a dive bar.
I'm continually taking it in the ass every night and not giving it. And this is bullshit.
Yeah. It's, I was like, it's like, I don't, I mean, I understand, but it's just funny. Yeah.
Good, clean fun.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. All right. You got anything else? Or is...
Yeah, well, tomorrow is the big eclipse day. You got anything fun planned for that?
Just stare at the sun. Hopefully my face melts,
Exactly, right?
No, I don't. I haven't bought any fancy glasses. I'll be honest. I really don't care.
I mean, I always like, astronomy type stuff. So I'm definitely interested, and my work's doing a whole thing, but I know I'll probably be out and about. But
yeah, I remember that eclipse from when I was in, I think, high school. I think it was like my senior year or junior year. I don't remember. There was an eclipse, and we all had the stupid little pinhole camera thing. And,
yeah, the little box he makes so you can see it.
And it's just like, meh. I mean, if also the time that it is, I'm usually sleeping. But
there was a podcast Jeannie was listening to.
Yeah.
That the guy was, I think it was probably a TED Talk or something, that the guy talking was saying how he didn't understand the eclipse thing until he went somewhere and saw the total eclipse.
Yeah.
And then it made sense. Because apparently you see, like, space and it gets crazy.
Yeah, that's what they were saying on the news, is that you'll be able to see, stars and all this kind of stuff. Maybe not in our area. I think we're in...
Yeah, we're not in a total area.
Yeah.
I think we're in like this 80 to 70% area or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It'll still be interesting. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm interested. Hopefully maybe like demons come out of the sky.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, my our pal and my co-host on the Crazy Life, Henno, where he works, he said they're expecting a ton of people for the weekend. And they had a thing on the news last night about this town in was it Oregon, I think it is, that's gonna go from having like a few thousand people to like 200,000 people or something like that, because they're in the total area.
Total eclipse area.
Yeah, and they're like, people are, and I've read stuff online, like people are renting out rooms in some of these areas from their houses for ungodly amounts of money, because people want to go do this. And it's like, the funniest part is, to me, is it's very similar to a roller coaster, is that people are going to drive hours for something that's going to last a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And like they're going to expend all of this money and all this. And I mean, I know it's an event and all that kind of stuff, but it's like, geez,
I think if I had an opportunity in the future to go see go into the total eclipse area, I probably would at least do it once just to experience it.
I don't know with all this.
But I mean, I'm not, I'm not beating off every time like an eclipse happens.
Yeah. No, I understand. That's why I said it. It's like, I get it. I just don't.
Yeah, I was just curious if you had anything,
No, if I'm awake
for that or whatever.
If I'm awake, I might, that's the thing. It's like,
there's gonna be 8 million gajillion pictures on the internet.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're going to show it on like at least two of the local news channels. And, I'm sure NASA will have something up and well as tons of other stuff, You
just hop on Instagram or Snapchat.
Seriously. Yeah. Everybody will be posting. Although,
actually, I'll be curious. Actually, after it happens, I'm going to pull up the Snapchat map and look at the heat zone.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to see what it looks like.
Yeah. Just a refresher to anybody. If for some reason you don't know this, don't look at it without protective eyewear, because it can like melt your retinas. So don't do that.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Yeah.
It's the Seinfeld cleavage rule.
No, you shouldn't even look.
Oh, you can't look and then glance away?
No, you're supposed to just, the pinhole thing. I wouldn't even bother with that. I go outside. To me, I'm more interested to like go outside and kind of see what everything looks like, kind of a thing, like, cause it'll feel eerie. Cause I remember that one, like I said, in high school that we had, everything felt so weird because it was a partial, I forgot how much of it was. It was a good chunk of it.
It was a partial clip.
Yeah.
Cause I remember this event too.
Yeah. And it was weird. Everything was really eerie. So for that, I kind of, but it's like, other than that, it's like you said, there's gonna be a ton of pictures on stuff, but although there shouldn't be, because, well, I guess if people have protective eyewear, they can point their phone at it, but, again,
I'm thinking, selfie camera with your back to it.
Yeah, that would work too. You're right.
You know?
Yeah. Those things seem like better ways to, than to just stare at it. Or those pinhole things.
Yeah.
Pinhole.
Yeah, I guess we're giving out NASA approved glasses at work tomorrow. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I might just go, hey, give me one of those pairs now, in case I'm not here for your stupid ice cream party.
Yeah. Or if you have a welding mask, you could, throw that on.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway. So hope everybody enjoys that. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna social media is gonna be unbearable tomorrow though.
Oh, hashtag eclipse, dog.
Oh my god.
Right?
It's gonna be like the blood moon thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Except worse.
But not as bloody.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean
I guess there could be an eclipse cult.
Yeah. Like you said, maybe the eclipse happens, demons unleash upon the earth, blood everywhere.
Fucking becomes Doom all of a sudden. I'm punching like pink demons in the face with my spike ring.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, wow. Double barrel shotgun, zombies everywhere.
I have a feeling Tony's going to have a psychotic break tomorrow, and he's going to just see the world as Doom. He's just punching old ladies and
exactly,
which is a bit of a callback to that to one of the Pod Goddammits. So.
Oh, I have not listened to that one yet.
Because
my damn chronological, podcasting is getting the best of me when Hardcore History drops a 6-hour episode.
You ain't kidding. Yeah.
So good though.
No, it was one for us where it was if we had 24 hours to live, and at one point, you made a comment that you just want to punch an old person.
Well, there you go.
And Tate said something about you punching a guy, and you're like, I never said guy. Because you're an asshole.
Indeed.
Like, the first person you come across, walk.
Jaw jack.
Yeah, so. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Now I'm about out. I told Jeannie, I'm like, I'm going to record, and I guarantee I'm forgetting things, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's fine. If you remember them, then maybe we bring them up next week.
Exactly.
Or maybe we don't.
Yes. Some things are for me, kids.
Yep. So I guess we go into Q of the W then.
The old Q to W.
From a couple weeks ago, actually.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, a couple weeks ago, we asked, what food were you excited to try, but you were then disappointed by? Facebook, I got just a rattlesnake. I got nothing on Facebook. He kick-stunned all the answers out of the question, apparently. Episode 316. But I do have one for my wife. And I have one from my perspective for her, too, which is fun.
Okay.
Is for a longest time now, right? She was allergic to anything that came out of the ocean.
Okay.
And then she got a blood test, and she's no longer allergic to food.
Okay.
Because that's just how your body works.
Yeah.
It's fucked up like that.
Sure.
So we went out for my birthday, and one thing I love is the old Alaskan king crab legs. The old bug of the sea.
Yeah. Yep.
They're delicious. A little drawn butter. You crack them bastards, and you eat like a doctor, Brian. And I was so excited for her to try them.
Yeah.
And she was excited to try them.
Right.
And she tried them, and she's like, this just tastes like butter.
See, that's what I thought,
butter,
too. Yeah, that's honestly what I thought of them, too. When I had them, I was like, all right, I just taste the butter.
Yeah.
Mm. And for the record, I tried it without butter, before dipping it. I tried it, and I dipped it, yeah. So. Yeah,
she was just not a fan. I was just like, huh.
Yeah.
And then the one for her I was so excited about, too, because this is right afterwards, was actually we were in Sandusky. If you go there to ride roller coasters, make sure you go to the Small City Tap House. It's a sushi place, which is incredible, and they've got like 40 beer taps.
Nice.
It's great.
Only one works, but they have 40 taps. No,
yeah, they're just there.
Yeah.
And I was so pumped for her to try sushi.
Yeah, because you are a fan of the sushi.
I love the sushi.
Yeah.
So I was so excited, and I have the photo evidence somewhere. Whenever it comes up in my time hop around her anniversary, it makes me laugh every time. Because it's her picking up the sushi like roll with the chopsticks and throwing it in her mouth, and then the next picture is just her face of like, oh god, this is gross.
Yeah, I haven't tried sushi, so I can't comment on that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a fan. Although she has found that when we go to various restaurants around here that they have vegetarian sushi.
Yeah.
And it's made of like asparagus and shiitake mushrooms, and she really likes that.
So I could probably get down on some of that. Yeah.
Yeah. When it involves the fish, she's not in for it.
Yeah, I just don't really like fish. That's my issue. So yeah.
Well, that would be the problem.
The veggie one definitely I'd probably throw down on though.
I always try a little bit and they're good because it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so that's what I have from my end of the Q to W.
Wow. That is,
I know, right?
That is very not much. Right. Let's see what we got in over on Twitter. The only one I see. So if other people send them in, I'm very sorry, but this is the only one I can find.
Hey, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What do you expect from us?
It's
We're
from
not workers.
Yeah. I don't think so. Anyway, it's from our pal Philip from the ML Beers podcast, and from other things. He said gravy fries.
Ooh, as in poutine?
I don't know if it's poutine or not, or it's just gravy on fries, whichever, but he said it's because the fries got too soggy, which I totally get. I hate soggy fries.
Fair enough.
Like I like fries. They don't have to be like hard crispy, but I like a good crispness to the fries.
Right.
And anytime,
a little bite.
Yeah, because even when you get like cheese fries or chili cheese fries or something like that, it's like you still want them to be firm. You don't want them. And I've been plenty of places where you get them and you're like, these are mushy and it's just gross.
You want your fry to be like the old man in the bathtub, just a little chubbed up.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. Drop them some bitches in the fryer twice.
Yeah.
Crisp them up. Crisp them up for me. That's all I'm asking. I don't think that's too much.
No. Goddamn.
Let's see here. Ash, or Fluffy Bunny Ash, said Yorkshire pudding. She said her friend hyped it up huge, assured her it would be delicious. And she's like, it's horrible, awful stuff. And then she said also any ice cream cake that turns out to be mint chocolate chip. Nothing worse than getting excited for ice cream cake and getting frozen toothpaste instead.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not 100% sure what Yorkshire pudding is. Is it made from Yorkshire Terriers?
Probably. I don't see how it couldn't be.
I really don't know.
No, I really don't.
Googling it.
You're Googling it? Okay. I was going to say, I really have no idea what it's made from.
Let's see here. Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, boy.
Is an English pudding is... what? Let's see here. I got to open up the Wikipedia. It's a terrible idea.
Okay.
Yorkshire pudding is an English food made from batter consisting of eggs, flour, milk, or water. It's often served with beef and gravy as part of a traditional Sunday roast.
Okay.
I don't see the problem here. I don't understand.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well,
maybe it's just, it sounds like it's pretty bland.
Yeah.
Because it says main ingredients: milk, water, flour, eggs.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like when you, it says they're talking about it, it's served with like beef and gravy and shit. So maybe you're supposed to like soak that shit up in the gravy. It becomes a vessel for gravy.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. I know people who, live over in the England, so I guess I could ask.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure I'll forget though.
Oh, wait. Oh, it sounds like it gets cooked with the drippings from the meat. Maybe that's why it's a little goofy.
Could be.
Like it's like, beef fat biscuits or something. Which is actually the name of my first comedy album.
Sure. Wait till you guys hear the reference on there. Oh boy.
Right?
No.
Then I was like, oh, beef fat biscuits in your face. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Huh? All right, Yorkshire pudding. You're right out.
Yeah. All right. So, what else do I have here? Oh, from Cheeto Bandito. He says pretty much any of the limited edition flavors of Lay's potato chips that's been going on for years now. Usually they sound great and taste okay or even really good for a few chips. Then the flavor just becomes muddled and kind of blah. I totally agree, because remember when we, some of the flavored chips we ate from Lisa,
roast chicken, and what was it? Oh, ketchup.
Ketchup.
It was.
Yeah. I couldn't eat. I wouldn't be able to eat a bunch of them. I bought a bag of, they have taco Lay's, and I bought them. The first chip I ate, I was like, wow, you can actually kind of go through a little bit of the flavors in it.
It's like a Taco Tuesday in my mouth.
It was a little bit, but then I ate a few more and I was like, it's still okay, but I don't want like a lot of these. Like, again, not to just sit and eat, like maybe with a grilled cheese sandwich or a sandwich of some sort, you know?
What if you're dipping in like sour cream?
Maybe. I mean, I don't see how it would hurt, but yeah.
What if you're dipping in sour cream, sitting on a park bench, nude on a playground?
I don't know about the playground part. You had me until
no way.
Yeah, I was like, all right. You had me until the nude on the playground part.
Then I was definitely sold.
Yeah, but I think that's a reasonable one because a lot of those flavored chips, it really doesn't matter what it is. Like, I'll eat less of a flavored chip than I will regular chips.
You know, it depends for me.
It does for
like
me
some
too,
of those dill pickle chips, I will house
can't.
that bag.
Yeah. I mean, I've always had a weak spot for Cool Ranch Doritos, so I get it. You know, I will destroy a bag of those.
Like my weakness right now is was it Diamond? They make I can't even talk. They do the almonds, and they have like flavored almonds.
Yeah.
So they have like salt and vinegar, and they got them smokehouse ones.
Oh yeah, I think I had some of those.
Oh man,
There was one I had that was like a smoky chipotle or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh geez, I think I just finished. That sounds amazing.
I don't remember if it was from them or Planters, but it was either way. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta try these. And I pretty much just tried one and was like, oh, and just dumped them all in my face.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it wasn't a real big can, you know, it was a fairly small can. Yeah, I'm with you though. I get the cocoa dusted ones from Diamond quite a bit, or Emerald.
Nice.
Might be Emerald. I don't remember.
The Emerald Cutter, you never see it coming?
No, wrong person.
God damn it.
All right, so what's this week's Q of the W?
Well, I have this wrote down, so I'm assuming it was made for this week.
All right.
But since we took a week off, I'm all fucked up, Brian. Oh, wait.
I like what you got. Good job.
Nice.
Okay. So it's, what's your favorite movie remake? Which this is a tough one, because whenever a remake happens, I usually go, fucking Hollywood, lazy bastards.
Yeah, and I forgot to tell you, Fluffy Bunny Ash actually sent me a message and took you to task on that.
Oh, really?
Because she just started firing off movies that were, you know, like, here, I'll give you a list, okay? I just typed in best remakes, so...
All right.
Okay.
So this obviously came up on the show, and then we must have been like, this will be a good Q&W.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Because you made a comment about, Death Wish. The remake of Death Wish.
Okay, it's all coming back.
Yeah.
All right.
And so this has The Thing, The Departed, The Fly, Infernal Affairs, which I don't know about, Ocean's 11, Scarface, The Ring, True Grit, Dawn of the Dead, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Jesus, this list goes on, and you know, there's a lot of winners in here. Cape Fear, King Kong's been remade like 20 times. Sorry, I'm looking for other ones. It's weird. This is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? I didn't know Dirty Rotten Scoundrels was a remake. Huh. But anyway, that's, Parent Trap, one of your favorites.
Damn straight.
Nosferatu.
Wait.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies on this list. Thomas Crown Affair, Psycho. Obviously, we knew about Psycho. We mentioned it.
Right.
So, yeah, it's like I was trying to think of those ones, which one I'd like the best, and man, there's a good amount of them on there. I mean, yeah, the one that I've probably watched Ocean's 11 like a billion times.
Right.
You know, it always, I liked that there was humor in it along with the caper aspect of it, you know. So for now, I'm going to pick that. It may not truly be my favorite one, but that's what I'm going to go with because I can't think of, again, I like The Thing and Fly and, obviously Scarface I love, True Grit was good,
Yeah, see, I was going to go with True Grit because I like that remake a lot.
Yeah.
I've never been I mean, this might be blasphemy for all you Americans out there. I've never been a huge John Wayne fan.
Yeah, I haven't either.
You know?
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the remake of True Grit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, John Wayne looked weird in that, though. No, I'm kidding.
John Wayne Gacy?
Whoa, that's a whole different story.
Right.
So yeah, that's pretty good, I guess.
I guess,
Show me what you got.
yeah, I really just think my problem with the remakes is a lot. Some of it just, it's like I just foresee them remaking movies that I treasure at some point, and I'm going to be very sad.
Of course. Well, it's because you share a special bond with that movie because of the nostalgia facts, So, and as a result, you end up, really, really holding it close to you. So when somebody's like, oh, I'm going to redo this, you're like, it's like songs are the same way, But then, it's like if you had told me originally that, this person was going to cover a certain song, how many times you've been like, oh God, like, or you hear someone, so yeah. So again, the question is, what is your favorite movie remake?
Yes.
So doesn't have to be the best one, just the one you like the most,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I was just looking at another list of movies that are better than the originals, and it has True Grit listed on there, and I enjoyed this newer one more than the old one, and that's the point of the remake. Because there's people that are like our dad's generation that would be like, that's blasphemy, it's the Duke,
Right.
And
the
it's
rapping Duke?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So it's that kind of a deal. So, and that's essentially, that's what we're doing with these others. So it's,
I guarantee you when I'm old and in a wheelchair and they're like, oh my God, have you seen this crazy new movie that came out called Pulp Fiction?
Exactly.
I'm like, in my day, that movie was incredible. I'd wheel over there and kick him in his balls, and then they'd dump me out of my wheelchair into like a ditch, and I'd probably die.
Wow, you've really put some thought into this.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes.
Oh, man. So, yeah, and that's, that list had Ocean's 11 on there, too, which I agree with. I think the newer Ocean's 11's way better than the old one, but it's the Rat Pack, It is the Rat Pack.
It
was pretty good. Like, I always liked that movie, and that's why when they released the new one, I was like, well, I gotta see this, because I dig the old one. And I thought they did a fine job on it. So I have one more thing to talk about before we wrap up here.
Yes.
So, I have to renew my ID this year. Right?
Okay.
Which is no big deal, Again, I don't drive, so it's, stupid cheap. I just been fast or whatever. But here's the quandary. So, my last ID, I still had hair and a goatee, no beard.
Right.
I can renew it via like, the mail or internets or something like that. Super easy, convenient, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But the ID won't actually, it doesn't quite, look the same as I look anymore. Now, do I go get it, go get a new picture and all that? Do I fool with, potentially dealing with the headache that is the license bureau?
The Michigan Secretary of State?
Or do I just say, fuck it, and mail it in?
I don't know. I don't know how that works, because you would think if you're renewing, they would want a current photo.
Right? And I didn't see anything on there that said, like, attach a selfie or something.
Like, I will just take it from your Facebook profile page.
Right? That would be funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Please,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, please attach, a bomb ass selfie with this.
A bomb ass selfie. No dog ears.
Right. Well, so I'm looking at the back of it right now just to see if there's anything. Yeah, there's nothing on here that says, new picture. And it's like, yeah, there's, I mean, weight wise, I'm still about the same, but as far as the other stuff, it is different.
Right.
I mean, I still kind of look like the same person, but it's it is different. I don't know.
That's pretty, I don't know. I don't know how that works. It's, because I've talked about on here when we went on vacation, my passport photo looks nothing like how I look now.
Right. Yeah.
And it was, it almost became a problem at one point.
Right. And see, that's the only reason that I even have any, like, thoughts of going up there, really. Because if it wasn't for the potential of maybe getting turned away which I don't think could happen. Like I said, I still look pretty, you can still realize it's me. But it's like there's still that fear of potentially getting turned away or turned down for some, whatever because of my ID. Right. So it's like I kind of feel like I should just go get a new one done. But at the same time.
Well, I mean, truth be told, if you can get down there in the middle of the day, it's not bad.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Like one of these days I have therapy or something, just go over and get her done afterwards.
Pop on in there and get your shit handled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just dreading it because I've been in there a few times. It's just, I mean, really, I just, don't wait till the last minute, go in a week or two before. That way I, if it is terrible, I can just turn around and walk out.
This is also true.
Because really, worst case scenario, I think I can do it online if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So worst case scenario, I always come right home and just jump online real quick.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I didn't look. Maybe online you can attach a new picture. I doubt it though, because they
usually nude picture.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The old Burt Reynolds spread.
Of course.
Gotta look sensual,
Goddamn right.
Can you imagine if that was what your driver's license photo was? Every time I guess it'd really be like Deb handing out business cards.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Feel like you get an email back from the Secretary of State and be like, Mr. Stewart, for your ID photo, we really need less balls, more face.
Yeah.
Or you go to the club, you just drop your pants. Oh, that's you. Come on in.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's all I got.
All right, beauty. I think we're about ready to wrap this shit up.
Sweet. All right. Well, as always, we, tell you everything you need for the Salty Language crew can be found over at saltylanguage.com. All the show links and various other stuff, past episodes, all the links to our social medias are over there. Also over there you can see the networks we're part of, such as the Tangent Bound Network, Geek Life Radio Playlist, and
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Boy, he's not kidding. Entertainment.
Yes.
Wow. I totally lost my place by doing that. If you'd like to help the show out, there's a variety of ways you could help us out. The first is to head over, on our website, there's a Patreon link, which will take you to, or you could go to, patreon.com/saltylanguage. And, there's various reward tiers over there. If you'd like to help the show out financially that way, it can be as little as like $1 a month or whatever. Or you can, give like $2 million and just after that clears, just cancel it.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're not unreasonable.
No, God. It's a good use.
Or there's an Amazon button on the website. If you're going to be shopping on Amazon, please click that and then go shop away as normal. And then they kick a little something towards us.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice.
Yeah. And then of course, another option would be if you are on iTunes, please review, rate, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're using Stitcher or other apps to find us, please use the like or share buttons to help us move up in their search lists or whatever. I can't talk.
Yeah, tell your friends about us.
Yeah. Share our posts on the Twitters and Facebook if you would. All that kind of stuff helps. And, I don't think there's anything else about the website. So if you want to reach us on social media, you can hit us up on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
I am at Monotony. You can also find me on the old Snapchat, salty_language.
And I'm at Ninja.
For all your Eclipse needs.
There's just nothing but, was it Mitsubishi or whoever that makes the Eclipse?
Oh my God, that would be so funny.
Just pictures of that all day.
Like Eclipse Day, motherfucker.
Oh my. Also, hey, maybe go check out the other podcast I do called The Crazy Life. There's a link to that, I believe, on the website too, isn't there?
Sure is, Brian.
Boom. Yeah. Is it still the same picture of me screaming or whatever?
Yep, sure is, Brian. Unless you want me to change it to something else.
No, it's fine. Again, doesn't represent what I look like now necessarily, because I don't think I had my beard then, but...
Send that in for your ID.
Yeah. That'd be great, I would.
Use a screaming in black and white.
Yeah, that's perfect. They'll be like, oh yeah, that does look like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, one last time, remind everybody, if you'd like to be part of our fantasy league, Dude Mountain. Huh?
I was going to play it.
Okay. Hit it, send us your email at saltylanguage@gmail.com or DM it to us on Twitter at salty_language.
Indeed.
Join the
fun. There's always that thing too.
Us.
If you want to send us a voicemail, it's 415-857-2589.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to hear your voice on this very program, that's how to do it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, send in your Q of the W answer or something. You can also, if you really want to, you could send us a sound file to our email address.
Yeah, and also, speaking of QW, feel free to suggest QWs too.
Yeah.
Because there's some weeks, Brian, in our pregame, and I go, shit, I don't have one. And we go, and
also,
we got to find one.
Also, we're very lazy, so.
Oh my God, it's so lazy.
Or any questions for us if there's anything you'd like to hear us yammer on about.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think that's it, right? Nothing else?
I think that's it.
All right, well, I guess until next time, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Only one beer?
Well, you have as many as you want. I'm just, it's not responsible of me to say have 1,000 beers.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Well, let me rephrase then. Have a Steve Weiser, you'll be fine.
Nice. Stay... Just go stomp a mud hole in somebody.
Right. Why? Because that's the bottom line, and Salty Language said so.
Right, Austin 316 even?
Yeah.
Said Salty Language is going to kick your ass. I got nothing.
Something like that. Yeah, good enough. All right.
Yeah.